Well, hello. It's very late, and I have forgotten to put up a daily video, which I said I would do, and I promised I would. So, this is your daily video. I thought about a couple of subjects I wanted to talk about, and after having a conversation with my roommate, I was like, oh, no, this is a better conversation to have. So, ladies, this is for you, because I've had this conversation with several of my girls that happen to be my friends, or switch that around, my friends that happen to be girls. um, they're very reluctant about telling a guy that they like him. And I don't know why they're so reluctant. I believe it's because they feel that they don't want to be rejected. I got that. Makes sense. The problem is, though, is that most guys probably wouldn't reject you. I mean, I can't make a blanket statement like that, but 90% of the time, if you were to go up to a guy and start talking to him, almost regardless of what you look like, he would entertain the conversation. Giving an opposite spectrum, if a guy is going up to a girl, that might not be the case. So many times, women get hit on. They're used to it. So if a guy goes up to a girl, she might even brush him off. Might not even acknowledge the fact that he said hi. Because she's like, who's this guy? What does he want? But guys don't really operate that way. I guess there's some really, really arrogant guys that might do that. But for the most part, the guy will entertain the conversation. And that's really all you need to start off with, to introduce yourself, to say what your likes and dislikes are, because at that point, you just see an attractive guy and you want to talk to him. But you're embarrassed or you're reluctant because you don't want to be rejected, which I don't understand. And here's why. Men get rejected all the time. All the time. And I think it's more because they just go out there. They just ask. They just say, hey, you're attractive. And women, sometimes you'll hear the line from the guy and you're like, did he really just say that to me? The thing is that line has worked before. That's why he's saying it to you. So even though it might sound strange, it's worked. So, and the mentality of the guy is, oh, it didn't work on her, it might work on the next girl. And even if it didn't work on her, they keep trying. And eventually it does work. Because guys will say the strangest things and are able to get what they want from that specific girl that they said it to. And baffles other girls because they're like, what did she do? What did she say? And then she's got this guy. And mostly it's not anything. It's just the fact that they had the cojones, the balls to go up to the guy and say, hi, my name is, how are you tonight? What brings you to said club or live music venue or whatever? Just start the conversation. Because, sometimes guys look at it like, what? I do it all the time. I think I'm just going to chill. And I could specifically point to what sparked this conversation, but I'm not going to. Because, well, it happened yesterday. And maybe the people watching this are part of that group that watched it yesterday. So I'm not really interested in calling anybody out. But the point of the conversation is, ladies, if you find a guy attractive, if the guy has some qualities that you like, put yourself out there. Let him know that you're interested in some degree, and I bet you it'll probably work out in your favor. If you were to show me a series of guys that you're interested, I could probably point the ones out that would, be douches to you and be an asshole, really. And you probably know that already yourself. But for the most part, guys are pretty open to the concept of a woman approaching him and talking to him. So that's the video for today. If that's at all helpful for you, I hope it is. Like I said, I've had conversations with several of my friends that happen to be girls. And they're interested in some guy, but they aren't willing to pull the trigger. And they'll give all sorts of reasons why. Maybe they don't feel that their finances are up to par, their body is up to par. What would they say? How would they go about it? Guys have the same mindset, except they just do it, because if they don't do it, you're not going to do it. So if it's going to get done and you guys are going to talk, they've actually got to pull the trigger. And hey, we're in a progressive society, so I understand chivalry, and it makes sense. I open doors and do chivalrous things, but sometimes the guy was like, you know what, I would like a girl to call me, or I'd like her to come up to me. Some guys will argue this point and say, no, every single time I've got to do it. And I don't know. Maybe it was the way I was brought up, which I think is pretty cool. I was brought up in a household where my parents are divorced, so I grew up with both of them until I was 6, just my mom until I was 12, and just my dad until I was 18. So I feel I've got a nice balance. I've got a nice balance of feminine side from my mom and then masculine side from my dad. Neither side overpowered each other. I didn't just have my mom growing up all of my formidable years, nor did I just have my dad. They're kind of differing views of how they approach life. Like when I left living with my mom when I was 12, I cry at the drop of a hat, and then go move with my dad, and he didn't do that. So it's like, oh, maybe that's not what you're supposed to do. So, but I think I've got a nice balance. Maybe everyone didn't grow up this way, but I feel it's in everyone's best interest to just pursue what it is that they want, without regard of what, whether they'll fail or not. And I firmly believe that you only fail at something if you quit trying. So if there's something you're interested in, since this particular topic is about guys, go pursue it. I welcome your questions, because it seems like in the course of my life I've been a therapist to roommates that happen to be female, to friends that are female, just wanting to know why guys do what they do. We're really simple creatures. A lot of things are just black and white for us. But I encourage you, so if you have any questions that you'd like to ask, you can put them in the comments below. Whether this is on YouTube, whether you see this on Facebook, whether you see it on Twitter, whatever. Ask me questions, because I'm a pretty straightforward person. There's nothing I have to gain from steering you the wrong way. So I'm opening up to that, and we'll see how this little experiment goes. Maybe I get no comments, which is fine. But I think I'm going to get a few. And if the question you find is maybe too personal, you're more than welcome to send me a private message on Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube if you feel more comfortable. But I have no problem answering questions. And hey, maybe you're the type of girl that doesn't need to ask those questions, and you're completely content with the life that you're living and your association with men, and I think that's wonderful. So anyway, sorry for the late video. I'm putting it up now. I think it's somewhere around 11 p.m., but I'll get this up as soon as possible, and maybe you'll enjoy it. Maybe you won't. I don't know. But if you do enjoy it, give me a thumbs up, a like, and make a comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you want to hear more of these types of videos. Maybe I can answer more questions that are out there of anything, really. But this one specifically is about the relationship between the male and female species. All right. I hope you have a pleasant evening. Nice chatting with you as always. And yes, this is inside my car. This is sometimes the most private place to do one of these videos because I am just basically talking to myself, even though you are there. Oh, and I just lost some light. So good. It's a good thing this video is ending right now. All right. Have a great night, and I'll look forward to talking to you tomorrow. All right. Bye.